Hey everybody, it's Moonbo here, and welcome back to some more Scrap Mechanic Survival. Now, in the last episode of Survival Mode, we checked out my first boat. I think it's a pretty cool boat. If you missed it, I'm going to leave a link up in the top right corner so you can check out that video. Now, in the video, if you looked very closely, you might have noticed in the background there was something really cool, and that is what we're going to be taking a look at today. Now, before we go check out my first automated farm, I have to try and get myself a backpack. So I have been wrong with the terminology. These purple ones are the rare ones, and the golden ones are the epic ones. So I will remember that from now on, but I'm going to try and open up a common one, and then I'm also going to try and open up one of these rare ones, and I really hope I get a backpack. All right, there we go. First one is complete. Let's see what we got. Oh, some new gloves. I wonder if... I've been considering new gloves because these green ones, they're all right. I really like the watch that comes with them. How does this look? Okay, no, that is too... I'm like way too gloved up right there. Now, I'm going to try the rare box. Let's see what we get. All right, here we go. Let's see if we got a backpack. Oh, nope, that is not even close to a backpack. That looks like some type of headband or something. All right, but it is my first hat. I mean, I'm kind of happy about the hat. It matches the gloves. I wonder if the gloves are the same set. Maybe not, but this does look half decent, and I guess I will keep it. But you know, I want a backpack so badly. I have a whole bunch of cotton still. I'm gonna put another one in. I gotta roll the dice here. Now, while this is finishing up, I also have to mention that I am going to be planting a pretty big crop. This is going to be the most epic crop that I have farmed so far in survival. There's going to be 10 pineapple and 10 broccoli along with some oranges and blueberries. So this is going to be the craziest raid I have had, and I'm not going to use my crusher. I'm going to try and use my spud gun. I'm going to be doing that at around midnight though, so we have a few minutes before we get there. So let's see what we got out of this. Ooh, okay, you know what? As a Canadian, I'm pretty happy to see this hat. Now, this is actually 2 hats in a row, which is crazy, but this is the hat. Oh yeah, I like it. The hat looks good with the jacket. Everything's coming together. Now, the sun is going down, so we can quickly take a look at the automated farm, and then I'm going to go over and plant these extra rare crops. I'm really excited to try and fend off a decently sized raid. Now, over here, this is my automated farm. This is a little 9x9 farming plot that doesn't go detected as long as you keep your crop score relatively low. In this case, I've managed to do a full set of 9 potatoes, or like 9 spud plants, which is a pretty decent yield, and it goes completely undetected. Now, the absolute beautiful part of this is the fact that it does every single step on its own. It waters each individual plot. It also plants its own seed, and then when the plant is completely grown, it takes it out of the soil, and then it starts the entire cycle over all on its own. It's a really amazing thing. Now, it is starting to get dark though, so I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna plant my crops after midnight, and then we're gonna come back in the morning, and we're gonna take a look at this in closer detail. Also, I should mention that this thing has a very strange and powerful and mysterious ability that is kind of game-breaking. You can see a little bit of a hint of it over there. I'm going to be covering that as well. It's actually quite ridiculous. Now, because I know this raid is going to be more intense than ever before, I've brought a whole bunch of scrap metal. I'm going to do that technique where we bring out like an entire horizontal section of these blocks here. Yeah, I'm going to reset this one. I'm going to make it a little bit higher on this side right here. I'm not too sure exactly how this is going to work. Now, before I put that extra wall on, I am going to plant my seeds here so that we are ready to go. I'm going to put the expensive ones at the front, just in case it helps keep the farm bots, like, in a certain direction. All right, so now all I need to do is water these. I just realized, I'm pretty sure that pineapple and the broccoli, don't they take twice as long? Maybe I'm wrong. No, I'm pretty sure they take twice as long as the other crops, so I might need to grab some fertilizer so we don't have to worry about doing the double raid here. Alright, here we go. I think these were the broccoli up in this corner here. So I'm gonna fertilize those, and then I put the, I think I put them back here. This is some of the pineapple. I should have organized these better. Okay, hold on. Okay, I think this is some of them. this is some of them up at the front here? Yeah, I don't know what I was doing. I somehow managed to really mess these seeds up, but I think these are the final 6 right back here. These are the pineapple. There we go. So all of the high value crop have been fertilized, so I think that should put them kind of in the same timer of the other 2 crops maybe. Now I am going to extend this a little bit more on this side right here, and I really do hope that this is going to be enough to defend. Alright, this is looking pretty good. I have a good feeling about this. I think I should be able to defend that with just a spud gun. Now, let's head on back to the base, and I'm going to show you guys that auto farmer. So this automatic farming setup is really cool. I had a lot of fun building it. I am not the greatest with logic or any type of sequencing like that, so I got really creative with it. This features a combination of like logic signals as well as physical mechanical signals that kind of function with them. Now, the easiest thing I can do though is show you how it works. So I'm going to turn this off. We are going to return it to the starting position just like so. Now, to quickly explain what we have on the top, there are 3 different sets here. One set is the vacuum pumps that are set to send things out. In the middle here, we have 3 water cannons that are set up to a water container off at the water there. And then behind those water cannons, we have another set of vacuum pumps, and these ones are sucking in and sending things into the container. Now, in this container, I have a whole bunch of seeds, and we are going to use these seeds to start the process. So I'm going to put the seeds right here in this front chest, just like so, and this is an excessive amount of seeds because obviously they do reproduce as well, so you get more and more of them. So eventually this is just going to be a full chest of potato seeds. Now, of course, I've done tomato crops as well as carrots, and these are the lower valued crops that don't get caught by the unauthorized farming, so you can just do this forever. So over on this side here, I have 3 sensors. Each sensor corresponds to the direct row. So this one would be for the planting, this one's for the watering, and then this one is for gathering the crops. Now, this sensor right here in the center, I have it turned off at the moment, but I can go into the function right here. We're gonna activate this one, so now the water is ready to set. Alright, so I have the entire thing in the starting position. This piston is fully extended, and this is the only thing that's really driving the entire automated process. It's really cool. Now, I do have the water activated as well. Everything is ready to go. We're going to start auto farming, and all we need to do is press this switch right here. Now, as this thing retracts back to the original position, we're going to see these sensors do what they need to do. So there's the middle one. It's kind of hard to explain while it's doing it. I'm just going to kind of let it run its course right now. It's going to get the full retraction right here. And there's the final water, and then the final plants. So now the thing has been set, and it's basically just going to monitor this whole thing until these plants grow. So once the plants get fully grown and they're up here, it's going to harvest them, and then it's going to repeat the cycle. It's going to water them, it's going to plant new seeds, and then it's going to wait again, and it's going to grab them. So how does this work? Well, it took me a little while to figure it out. Like I said at the beginning, I am not very good with logic, so I got pretty creative with it. Now, I'm going to kind of just explain each component separately and how they relate to each other. So right here on this side, we have 2 different rows of sensors. We have a top one and a bottom one here. So the bottom row of sensors is detecting the plants once they are placed there. So this is just the seedlings, and the seedlings activate these sensors. Now above them, we have the second row of sensors, and these are of course used to detect when the plant is fully grown. And it's really interesting. So when the plants get up to a certain height, they actually reach a maximum height visually, but the hitbox or something actually goes 1 block higher once the plants fully mature and become harvestable. And when it does that, that is when this sensor gets triggered. And once it's tripped, this sensor sends a signal through a logic gate right here over to this sensor here. Now this sensor is scanning these 3 different blocks. Now you can see there is also like an L shape to these blocks here, and this L shape, whoops, is actually what I just triggered right there. Now that is what sets the seeds down. Now you can't really see it right now. Maybe if I go around the sensors here, you can see we have pistons underneath each of these little L shapes, and what happens is once a seed gets placed into the plot, This signal right here on the seed sensor gets sent to the logic and then sent right here to these controllers, and then it takes this block set down one block, and that's what causes these two sensors to stop reading. And the reason for that, so that they stop reading, is because I don't want this to constantly water, and I don't want it to constantly try and seed nothing, because that would just be a total waste of resources. So these basically act as a toggle switch for when things are planted. And so I can actually demonstrate this very easily. I have a whole bunch of potato seeds, so this doesn't matter whatsoever. But I can break these right here. Okay, whoops, I guess we're gonna break 2 rows of them. Now, once I break the rows, we're gonna see these L brackets move up into position, and then that is what's going to start the other processes. So let's just break, we'll break this one right here. And there's the L. The L is up, which signaled to the watering sensor and the planting sensor to trip. So you can see, there they go. We now have new seeds for the spuds, and we're also watered. Now, this middle one here, we can break that, and it's going to water it, and then it's going to wait for it to come back because the L is still signaling for the seed. It's not going to go down until that happens. So there's the new seed. The L bracket goes down, the sensor stops tripping, but we also have the L bracket here showing to the sensor, to the sensor in the back here, which is the one that harvests. Now, I'm going to stop messing with this. We're going to let this run. I've got a raid happening in about 7 minutes, so we're going to do the raid, and then we're actually going to come back and take a look at this. And you know what? I'm going to use some of the fertilizer on this just so I can speed up the process, so I don't, like, necessarily have to wait a full day. All right, there we go. This looks very, very satisfying. I feel like there's like more bubbly particles than there's ever been before. Oh, okay, never mind. It just stopped. But yeah, so those are fertilized. They are going to grow. Hopefully I have this timed well so we can go and defend from the raid, and then once that is done in the morning, we'll be able to come back over here, and then we'll see this automated process where it grabs the finished product and places it into the chest. So while I wait for that raid, I'm of course going to do some looting over by the building next to my base here, staying productive, and this reminded me of something. In my last video, I talked about how I was confused by the damage because of the number of hits from the hammer it took corresponding to the number of spuds, and just ignore everything I said. For some reason, don't ask me why, but for some reason, I had it in my head that it only took 3 hammer swings to destroy a hay bot, which is totally 100% wrong. It takes 5 hits, so now it makes perfect sense in my mind as to why the ratios weren't matching up pretty well. So yeah, ignore everything I said and pretend like I actually didn't say it at all. Alright, so I'm done looting. They are all starting to grow already. That is absolutely perfect. So I'm gonna do my, you know, super quick farming technique right here. Uh-oh, I'm inventory full. Come on, come on. I have to clear my inventory. I don't have enough room for all this. Okay, here we go. A little bit more. Is that enough? No, inventory full again. How much time do I have? 30 seconds. Oh my god, this is so stressful. This is so stressful right now. I don't have any time for this. Okay, here we go. Come on, 15 seconds. Grab these ones. Are these? These ones aren't ready yet. What are these ones? I hope they're watered. I seriously hope they're watered. Okay, I'm gonna make a platform for myself here. Just like so. How much time? Oh my god, it's happening now. It's happening now. Here we go. Finally not using the crusher. Oh, this doesn't seem like it's gonna be too bad. Hold on here. Oh, he's trying to climb up. There we go. Is that it? Wow. Okay. Well, I was expecting a little bit more than that. But I mean, I now have way more of the extra seeds. Let me see what I got here. So I got my broccoli. I've got 19 broccoli seeds now. And where are the pineapple seeds? I just realized, I think these must be the pineapple here, aren't they? I screwed up. The pineapple didn't grow. I fertilized the wrong plant. I can't believe it. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to fend off some more farm bots. Oh, this is gonna be like a 2 raid in a row. But is it only gonna be... It's only gonna be these ones here that are being valued. Oh, uh-oh, this is not good. So I guess I'm gonna have to wait and see what happens with that, but let's go back to the base here. So I totally forgot about this raid happening, so we're gonna take a time machine to right now, and then we're gonna take the time machine back to the present, where we're gonna take a look at the auto farmer. Now this is the second night of raid, and it looks like it's not too bad, and I'm pretty sure those are pineapple right there. Oh geez, they're climbing right over right now. Let's just easily take care of these guys. Alright. 2 little greenies here. These guys, honestly, they don't even stand a chance. These have been some really simple raids. Now, this is only the beginning, though. I'm obviously going to start upping the production of my pineapple and my broccoli. Now, I'm pretty sure this is pineapple. I didn't fertilize it. It's taking way longer, and yes, okay, I can actually see it now. That is definitely the pineapple on the inside. I can't believe I forgot to fertilize it. Alright, well, I just took a time machine to a time where I thought these pineapples were finally going to have grown. I've learned a valuable lesson. Make sure you fertilize your pineapple, otherwise you're going to be trying to use your time machine. It's not going to work out. So let's hop back into it. We're going to go back to the present day, and we're going to check out the auto farmer. Alright, so we're going to find out about that in a bit. Hopefully it's not going to be too bad of a raid, but I want to see if we got back here in time for these new spuds to come back. Okay, so it's still not happened yet, but we're going to sit here, we're going to hang out and wait for this to happen. Oh, it's actually happening now. It just grabbed one in the back. Okay, so hopefully this is enough light here for us to be able to see. I'm actually going to turn this light up a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Now it's nice and bright. So we're going to see the automated process happen right now. And now I can't believe that first one grew so much faster. Oh, here we go. There's another one. There, it just grabbed it. And that one in the back was empty. Look, see that? It automatically filled in that row. I didn't have to do anything. I'm just sitting here watching. Oh, it grabbed another one. And so this happens really fast. Once they grow, those vacuums, they just grab it without hesitating. And I realize I think they have like a pretty wide like range of where they vacuum from, and it's not necessarily directly in front of them. They can be offset, and it's still going to grab some of them. Okay, oh, they all happened right at the same time. And then there's the water, plants, and there we go. There's actually a crazy mystery that I haven't been able to solve, like I mentioned at the beginning. Now, over here, what is behind this? It is a ridiculous amount of soil. Now, I'm piling this soil here for a very specific reason. Now, in my base, I have my legit soil. This is the soil that I have been finding while scavenging, while looting, and doing all that good stuff. So this is my legit pile of soil. Now, the reason why I'm separating them is because this pile of soil is not legit. There is something very broken with this auto farmer. Now, it works like a charm. This is going to grow a new crop, it's going to harvest them, and it's going to try and grow a new set, but the reason why I say try is because it starts having some problems. Now, let's turn this thing off for the time being, and I'm going to get rid of these crops. Now, this is the crazy part. I only had 1 stack of soil here in each spot, so I had 9 bags of soil total on the ground. Now, when I get rid of these, though, this is when the weird stuff happens. Get rid of those. And, okay, well, okay, it's gonna keep on trying to plant at the moment in the back here, but let's see if I can't show you guys. I need to clear my inventory a bit. Alright, so here we go. This is the crazy thing that this farm does. I just grabbed a soil, and I have one in my inventory, but there's still soil on the ground, and look at this. There's 2 right there. How many are here? Just 1 there. Oh, that was 2 there. That's another 2. Now, I think I know what's going on, kind of. So right now, I grabbed 2 from a lot of them. There was 1 here that only had the single one. Now, the crazy thing is, if I let this run on auto for, let's say, 2 or 3 or 4 in-game days, and this thing cycles through 3 or 4 different crops, well, it actually stacks that much soil. And I'll sit here for super long, just right-clicking, picking up soil. And I think the most I had was like 8 or 9 stacks of soil per square. It didn't make any sense, and that is why I have this giant, like, pile of soil now. I don't even know what to do with it. I'm actually just kind of hanging on to it, waiting for a way to destroy it, because, you know, this is not legit soil. This is a crazy bug. I'm going to be sending the devs an email regarding this problem here, simply because, you know, this is kind of game breaking. And I say game breaking because, one, this is a ridiculous amount of free soil that I haven't really earned, but the bigger issue that I have with it is the fact that the soil starts to duplicate itself, it starts stacking on top of itself, and then the watering mechanism starts to fail because it'll water a plot, but it waters one out of, like, you know, out of the 5 of them, or 6 of them, or 7 of them. However many are stacked there, it's going to pick one of them to water, and then the rest of them don't get watered, and then this whole thing stops working. So needless to say, I'm kind of disappointed that this creation doesn't work exactly as I intended it. Now, I feel like it's not really too much my fault. Now, despite that issue with this build, I do still think it is loads of fun. It's really easy to set up as well. I can just put some new soil in here, just like so. And at the very least, I suppose I can, you know, farm a little bit. But I think what's happening here is that when these vacuums, like, suck the crop in, I think it might be, like, this is just a theory, I think it's grabbing the soil, and, like, it's imaginary kind of grabbing it. It's not actually grabbing it, but the game thinks it grabbed it, but it didn't, and so it leaves a soil on the ground. It sucks in an imaginary one that doesn't actually get sucked, which leaves it on the ground, and then you end up having 2 of them, and then it keeps trying to do that, and I wonder if it does it exponentially. But nonetheless, you know, this is a really cool thing. I love that I can just do this, turn it on, set it and forget it, and then, you know, I just get an endless stream of spuds. Now we can go into this chest right here, and you can see there are all of our free spuds that we just got, and it took no work whatsoever. So that is going to be the video for today. I hope you guys did enjoy this automatic farmer that goes undetected by the farm bots, despite its craziness. The bug where it creates soil, which, I mean, you know, is actually pretty interesting because I could use that soil, but I really don't want to. But if you guys did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like on this video. Let me know down in the comments what you thought as well, and what you would like to see next in survival mode. And if you want to see more of it, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, and maybe even turn on some notifications so you can get the latest and the craziest coming from me in Scrap Mechanics. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. So, bye for now.